Hello and welcome back. My name is Colton, and today we are playing Railroad Tycoon on Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved. Still can't say that. Alright, since last time I have done a lot of behind the scenes changes. Nothing too drastic as in setting up machines or anything like that. But a lot of building that I wasn't planning on doing on screen. Just to not waste your time. Right here, I was testing out. Was just my test bed for some stuff. Had a couple more creepers blow up, so that's what all the creeper holes are for. But we are not going to worry about this right now because we are going to walk over here, run over here, and if you take a peek this way, I have set down the quarry again. Now that we have a few more resources already available to us from the last quarry, we can make this one big so we don't have to move it as long. So this one's 4 chunks by 4 chunks, which I think is the limit it was in old Tekken and stuff like that. Although new industrial craft is completely different than old industrial craft. So don't know exactly what's going on with that, but this should get us set, but it's going to be a little while before we get this running because we need to work on our inventory system. Now if you see right here, obviously I have a really long gravel path, and this is eventually going to be our train from the quarry to and from the quarry. I might have one it's going to depend on how we set this up a little bit. I'm sure it'll change a little, but I have room for 2 tracks, so I can have a bunch of trains and keep them going or each way on separate tracks, just to keep things going along a little bit smoother. Now, if you see here, this building was not here last time. This is kind of going to be my storage building, and for the time being, it's going to be kind of a temporary everything building. But eventually, once I get other buildings built and trains routed and stuff like that, we'll make other buildings for other stuff, and devote this one entirely to storage. But for now, this is kind of going to be our base of operations. So yeah, got that built. I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty good. Now, coming out of that, we have this big tube. And you will see I have down more gravel rail beds over here. So this is going to be our train unloading zone eventually. So this will take everything, pipe it over, and get it in our inventory or into our warehouse, which makes good sense to me. So I'm going to start off with just one unloader, but as we get some more trains going, I will get multiple unloaders going so that we don't clog up train lines while trains are unloading. And I'm thinking over on that side of the warehouse, we might do a loading station, which shouldn't have to be quite as big. We'll see, either that or I might put the charcoal production facility over / power station maybe over here to get all that set up, and then we got our main road, which is eventually going to go down here, so that's set for that. Got a little witch's hut. I killed the witch because she wandered over here and was constantly getting in my way, but we're conducting a business, we're not doing witchcraft, so that's nothing to worry about. You'll see I have a couple ugly trees around here, which brings me over to my next thing. My tree farm right here. I finally got that set up, and I have it, well, this chest is full, which is why it stopped. I have a little bit of clay set in there, so all the trees just grew while I was sitting offline, but I got that's somewhat set up. It's not self-sufficient yet, so I have to kind of constantly take care of it. But while I was setting it up, the reason I have all these ugly trees around is because I didn't have this space cleared of trees quite as wide. So I'm watching it. There are multiple trees growing in over here, and the harvester says it's working, but it appears to be doing nothing. Apparently these trees were too close to that, so somehow it's registered that as on here, and when I believe when the leaves are touching, the harvester will consider that all one tree. So no matter how far out, as long as it's in the loaded trunk, no matter how far out, if leaves are touching, it'll chop them all down. So basically what happened, somehow it started cutting down one of the trees I had somewhere over here, and started taking off the leaves of the trees in the farthest known chunk, or farthest loaded chunk. So I got some bare trees here, some half bare trees over here. And the whole time I'm getting frustrated with it, wondering why it's not chopping down the trees I had right there. And then I see that, and I almost decided to switch to Steve's carts, but I think this tree farm is going to do us a little bit better. So, yep, got that. And then I got our planter. I was testing it out with some generators. Those will eventually get moved, but we got our planter right there. Now that is base. Oh, and then I have rail bed set down for running a train to that eventually to move stuff around to get it into the sorting facility. Now, speaking of the sorting facility, I never really came in here before. I have some bare bone pipes laid down, although nothing's really set up with them yet. They're just where I plan on doing stuff eventually. For this sorting system, I'm going to use logistics pipes. I know I could use the ME system. First off, it's probably a little bit expensive for us right now, seeing as I think I only have 21 diamonds left, which I don't even know where those are in here. I think they might be in some of those chests I forgot to move. But, so basically what I'm going to do, items that we get a lot of are going to go into these over here. These are storage drawers and variations of them. For metals, I got a lot of compacting drawers. This will allow me to pull blocks, nuggets, or ingots all from the same drawer. And same thing with like charcoal, gravel, sand, that type of thing. So I will add on to those as necessary. Then over here, I'm going to fill this up with just general resources, things we get a lot of. Speaking of, I can do that. And I should show you as well, got over here a drawer controller. Now this is going to save us a lot of resources on the logistics pipe. I was testing this out in single player, and it seems to work pretty well as long as I have everything filled, so it's not just dumping random items into here. But we can worry about that later. That's why I don't have a bunch of spare drawers put up. Yep, but I do have some, yeah, in here, and some compacting drawers in there. I don't know why I made so many of those, but it's not really going to hurt us. So this, and when you don't have any machines hooked up to it, I believe the only thing you can do is just use it to place things in. So we check over here. Sugar, if you see up top, sugar canes, 96 of them. So I can right click on that. Now sugar canes 160, so that can interact with any of the drawers touching it. So that's going to be a good place to start. And the reason I have the pipe routing this way is the only way I could figure out how to make it sort to this first, because there were too many items to put in a logistics pipe filter type thing, which I will get to once we actually start getting this set up. So I'm going to have this as the first thing here, so it basically considers it the first priority since it's the closest thing. These barrels I was considering using at first, but I like the storage drawers better, mainly because they can all interact together, so I only have to have one pipe going into this whole wall of stuff, which is going to make life a lot easier. So I'm going to save this row for future storage drawers or chests. And then over here, I will just have a bunch of chests, which we will eventually upgrade. Most of these are iron. I got some silver in there as well. And this will be for the random little bits where I have like 4 things or something, whatever doesn't fit in the storage drawers I set up. This will interact with that, and I will be able to pull from and store in those inventories as well. So without any further ado, let us get set up with logistics pipes. So first of all, logistics pipes. Get that open up. First thing we're going to need, power junction. Easy enough. So I'm going to aluminum. I do wish this said what stuff was. Iron, need redstone. I'm just going to grab dust for now since I need both. And if you didn't see over there, I really should have brought a bed with me. What I'm going to do is, I know I have a bunch of wool in here somewhere. Get that set up first so I can take a nap. Is that? Nope. There we go. I knew I had some. Take that, since I don't have a door on here yet. Whoops, punch. Problem with these is you can only do full stacks at a time, which isn't that big of a deal. Whoops. Is a bed like this? Now I can't remember. It's been so, yeah. Easy enough. Come on. Just take a quick sleep. One thing I should say as well, floors are Railcraft concrete. I did make up a couple rolling machines to get the rebar to make that. I just really like the way it looks for floors. I think it's very, like, the texture is not quite as intrusive as stone. Then for the walls, used chisel, the chisel mod. Made a bunch of stone brick with that. Same thing with the glass on the walls and the ceiling. And then this is just oak wood for the pillars. So it's pretty simple stuff. So let's see. Now I did grab iron. So for now, we're just gonna make one of these logistics power junctions. Oops. Right there and there. And I should say as well, the reason I have all these gold pipes set along here is because you don't need a logistics pipe for every pipe. You need it whenever it connects to an inventory, and whenever there's an intersection in it. Everything else you can use any buildcraft pipes, and the gold are the fastest buildcraft pipes. So that just made the most sense. Should have gotten a little bit more prepared for this than I did. I thought I was pretty good. Anyway. Huh. I must have set that drawer up wrong. I should have some cobblestone. Now I don't have any cobblestone anywhere. Got a load of stone I smelted for these walls, but... Come on. Alright, well, we'll take some from here. And grab a stack of that charcoal. And I don't know, this furnace is just going to be temporary. Whoops. Not what I wanted. So we'll just set this over here for now. Because I need a smidge more glass. I swear I messed up on all these drawers. I don't know what I did wrong. Gravel's right, dirt's right, so cobblestone and sand are off. Not an issue. Other than, I'm really glad we're finally getting this done, because I'm sick of looking through every drawer to find what I want. So I'm going to put the power controller and any related logistic stuff we need eventually. I'm going to put it over in this corner, I think. I think that's going to be a good spot for it. There we go. Knew I put up some scaffolding somewhere. Really like this scaffolding in general. It's great. Whoops. Unless if you fall off it, it's great for building without jetpacks, because you can just hit it at the bottom. All knocks down. It's wonderful stuff. More than enough glass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Get a few more of these pipes. Whoops. So I am able to Whoops. Come on. Get that up there. Knock this one out so we don't forget to put a logistics pipe in there. Alright. And actually, probably don't need that one. Oh, and that one, because I'm going to have to... Whoops. There we go. I don't think that's the right type of brick, but I don't really care right now either. So, let's get this guy down. Now we need to power this, obviously. Holds a massive amount of power. So, we're going to get that going with some, just for the time being, power is going to be the next thing I worry about once I get this sorting system down. But for now, not that big of a deal. So, just so I can start filling it up. Until we start routing massive amounts of items, the logistics pipes are not going to use up too much power. It just stores a lot of power because it uses a relatively small amounts per movement of an item. So that's no biggie right there. Now that we got that down, we are going to forget if, yep, that does use a soldering station. Alright, that's going to set us back a little bit, but we can worry about that later. Because we don't necessarily need the request table. Request table is a little bit cooler, but we can use the request pipe and a wrench for now, which I don't think will be too big of a deal. So, now that we've gotten that set up, let's get our logistics pipes going. These are a little expensive. They use a lot of diamonds, gold gear. So actually, now that I remember that they use a gold gear, we might get some chipsets going right away, because gold gears are expensive. I'll probably make this first batch of pipes with the gold gear, but after that, I would like to doing the whole search in the chest thing again. Obsidian, almost positive diamonds are outside, because who doesn't like to leave their diamonds out in the rain and by monsters and that type of thing? No, I don't. Wonderful. Now that we got that, and I think we got some redstone, we can build some lasers, which I entirely don't remember how to laser. Whoops. Alright. Just one of those for now. We do not have a massive amount of diamonds to spare. And assembly table, that's what it's called. Assembly table. Oh, diamond gear. Expensive. So we got some gold there. Do I still have iron? I still have lots of iron. And I got cobblestone. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I remember what else I was going to use this for. I'm not planning on using it for machines, but this room I would like to do basically this half, all auto crafting and that type of thing, because that will make life a lot easier when we don't have to take the 30 steps necessary to make something like a diamond gear. Or once we get into it as well, the industrial craft chips, processors, whatever they're called. So we got our diamond gear, and what was the rest of that? Beautiful. See if we can steal some power away from this generator. This is gonna look real ugly, and I'm not gonna like keeping it like this for too long, but this works for now. And we got that laser on there. I should have put that up one more block. I might move it. And we need a chest, which once again, do not have any. Oh, yes I do. Beautiful. So let's put the chest right there, the assembly table right here, so that it's not directly under it. I don't know if that matters or not. So we do need, let's make 8 of these redstone chipsets. 8 to start out with. Golden chipsets, that's what I mean. And yes, our laser is firing up, using up power much faster than it's being produced. So what I think I'm going to do is just power both of those. Do you know what? I don't care. I'll let that go when I'm offline, because that's not going to make too much of a difference. I will just get a hopper set up on there again. Yes, perfect. And, whoops, get a bunch of charcoal in that hopper so I'm powered in the meantime. And charcoal should not be an issue. I'm going to have to hand make it all yet. But with the tree farm, basically all I got to do is take some wood out of the chest and it'll be replenished, which makes things a lot easier. So yeah, we are that far on there, so we are not going anywhere anytime fast. Why is this not? Is it not like that piping or that wiring? Alright, I'm making this uglier and uglier by the second, but that's alright. Get that out of there. Get that out of there. And I did also make a shovel in the same way that I made the other couple tools. Again, working real well. I do wish it had slightly more durability so I could go for a little bit longer of a time without having to wait for it to be recharged. But that is no big deal. I'm sure we will get fancier tools eventually. Alright, now stuff's working. That's exactly what we wanted. We'll be set on power for a little while at least. And we will get those chipsets made. So let's see everything that I need. Whoops. Logistics pipes. Get back to the basic logistics pipe. Yep, golden chipset. I'm just going to make some with the standard chipset for now. And I should have everything I need for that. Let's see if I can sleep yet. Perfect. Wonderful, we're back to day. That obviously hasn't gotten any farther. I'm going to have it make redstone chipsets as well, because I'm sure those will come in handy at some point. And let's make a bunch of sticks. Bunch of gears. Can you make cobblestone shears? Huh. That is a strange one. Alright, so we're gonna make 2 of these for now. Just actually, no, I just needed 1. I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'm gonna make 2 anyway, because it's inevitable that you use them. So diamond transport pipes, I do have some of those from the last time I made them. Here's 1. I don't remember where I put the others, but 1 is all we need. So basic logistics pipe. Oh, and cobblestone transport pipes. Get some more of those. And also redstone torches. Wonderful. Look at that. So now we should be able to shift click that. Nope, what are we missing? Diamond, glass. I don't have any glass. Perfect. Try this once again. There we are. Our first basic logistics pipes. Alright, so to get this set up to the system, whoops, we are going to need one right there. And to interface with this, we will need one right there. And this is why I like the scaffolding, because it all knocks down when you take out the bottom piece, which works out perfect. I like that a lot. So we got that there. And once again, got a bend right here. So we need one in here. And that should get us started. Got ladders on each side. You'd think I could not fall. Ah. Why does it take off a ladder? So they're stone ladders, not wood ladders. Apparently the game doesn't see a difference. Alright, perfect. Now, to interface with this, we're going to need something a little bit different. We are going to need a logistics chassis Mark II. That will allow us to add in 2 of these add-ons, which I will go through eventually. But let us see where that is. To make a Mark II, you need a Mark I. No, you do not. Oh, that's easy enough. That was less resource intensive than I thought it was going to be. Make a helmet and put a pipe in it. Mark II. Now we can set that right down there. Connects to the inventory, doesn't do anything with it yet, because A, we should have, oh, I forgot I gotta go into the side of these, not the top of this. That explains my predicament. So we will get that right there. Should be using stone transport pipes for this, because this one is purely to get electricity to the logistics pipe system, not to do anything other than that. Ah, I did that backwards. Alright, give this one more go. There we go, and that is interfaced there. That is right there. And now if we look over here, our pipes are green, at least connecting to there. Now this side we haven't set up yet, so that is not green. Whoops. Ah, what did I knock down? Was that another? God damn it. See, I thought these stone ladders were going to be nice because they blend in a little bit more. I can put them on the back of this so I can add more to the top once I get to that point, but apparently not. Now, if we take our wrench here, right click on the pipe, you'll see there are 2 slots. Now, the 2 we are going to need are some pretty simple ones. Need a item sync module, which I do not have green dye for, and good. And where is it? It's blue. Provider module. Again, a little bit more difficult. This is why I wanted to do it all in one section rather than do it for each thing, which is why these drawers are wonderful. So I'm going to pause for a second there. Do you know what? I'm going to call it at the end of the video because we've gotten a fair amount done, and I think we're doing pretty well so far. And I'm going to explore, grab some cactus, and we will come back very shortly.